That's why I'm happy to be a part of this, to help out as much as I can. Alright, looks like the runners are going. Got a heart container in Link's house. Everybody starts at the house.
Now, this is unusual from what you see in a normal quad race. Everyone's starting out the same.
Okay, we got. I saw a 5 crystal and a pen. I saw a 5 crystal at Eastern and a pendant in Hera, but that's all I saw.
I think it was a green pendant in Hera, if it looks right.
It's green pendant. All right. Looks like everybody's starting to do Uncle.
It's a solid play. We've seen a lot of runners do that so far, and just magic pull from the tree.
Well, that'll be useful. And pretty much nothing in the Uncle, so let's see where we go from here. Looks like Alucard is probably going to be going to Sanctuary.
In all likelihood, yep.
Yep,
So
same with everybody else, actually, it looks like.
Yep. So what do you think our first key item is going to be here, Duke?
First key item. Something I'm probably going to say it's going to be the Power Glove.
Solid choice, solid choice. I always like seeing an early hammer for whatever reason.
Early hammers are good, reliable weapon. Oh yes, and we're not saying bombs aren't good. We're just saying, I mean, bombs are a renewable resource. We're talking non-renewable.
Yep, if you can buy it, it's not a key item.
20 rupees off of the bush crab. That'll solve a few money issues early.
Except we saw someone kill it right away.
Oops. Alright, heart container at Lumberjack, so right now Aga is not required.
For now.
For now. I'm one of those sadist people. I want an Aga required and a blind pedestal pull.
Well, you are a sadist, aren't you?
Yes.
It's alright. If we all want people to run the seeds that we don't want for our own runs, so. And there you have it, your Power Glove. You called it.
That's usually the first item for the most case. It's a glove, but it really doesn't open up much.
No, but it does do things like the back end of escape, which it can have some real key items with it.
Alright, let's check out and see what's in Blind's hut here. Oh, we got some silvers. Oh, there. Oh, Bugnet. That's telling me Aga.
Swagnet, yep.
Swagnet.
We're also not going to see a silverless Ganon fight, so not too much pain for these runners.
Yeah, that's not too bad. I guess we can always hope for a Master Sword. As we know, these players have the skill for the game, so and that's
Absolutely.
one of the most skillful, and that is one of the most skillful fights there is. Oh,
flute!
We got the flutes. Get your swag ducks ready.
Do you happen to know the words to the swag duck national anthem? And an ether.
I do not, unfortunately. And the bolt coin, blue banana hat. Kakariko's lit this time.
Yep. While these guys are doing this, shout out to our trackers, Dude and Jighard, doing work early. And the boots!
And boots! Wow. Alright, what else you gonna throw at us, Kakariko? What else? You wanna give us one of the 2 rods while you're at it?
Get Ice Rod out of the way so, it's not hidden somewhere.
Yeah. Well, I suppose we can get the library item at least.
Thank you, ex Sultano, for doing the national anthem lyrics. And Andy's getting his swag duck, and so is Mclagging right away.
Well, good thing with all these early rupees, we unfortunately will not be seeing a Houlihan, likely, so. Lots of big 20s.
Yeah, but not as many as we saw, I mean, that we could have, because we've gotten a lot of items real early on in Kakariko.
Yeah. Alright, I got 2 items left for Kakariko area, and nope. Quiver upgrade in the library, and then we got the race game.
Alucard looks like he's just ever slightly ahead of everyone due to good rallying, but I'm not sure.
I don't think I saw Alucard activate his flute.
No, so that might put him a little bit behind because he has to backtrack. So that muscle memory sometimes can hurt you.
Well, either that or that was intentional routing, but I still would have activated the flute there and then just fluted away from the race. So.
Yeah, so would I.
But that's all right. So where do we go now? Save and quit back to Sanctuary, fly out to the dam. Those are both valid options.
All valid options.
Looks like
my
Andy's
instinct,
going to the dam.
Yeah, my instinct would be to go where Alucard is. Well, maybe not where Alucard's going. But he's going to check bonk rocks and some of these areas that are locked behind some of the items he's already got. In version 26, it seems to reward you for going to places that you've recently unlocked, following the seed, so to speak.
Yep. All right, we're going to get the Ice Rod Cave check here. And Mclagging going to Agana.
It's a risky play, but at 1 and 2, I mean, it could work out.
Well, he does have the flute, so he also got knowledge of the item on the ledge, which unfortunately I did miss.
I believe it was a heart piece or something unimportant.
Oh, we got flippers in the escape.
Yep, that'll be big for Alucard there. He'll be able to check. I mean, not that anyone needed to pick flipper or anything, but...
Well, you wouldn't have been able to get the waterfall without the Moon Pearl. So that opens up 4 more items.
Andy getting the Cane of Brian as well in the mini Moldorm Cave.
Cane of Brian.
Meanwhile, Alucard looks like he might be checking Sahasrala's hut.
Yep. All right, looks like we get the validation arrow at the dam drain, so...
Are they picking it up? Is it validated?
No, no one's validated, unfortunately.
Shame. Shame.
Well, we still got the validation chest. We'll see where that goes.
Moon Pearl!
And there's the Moon Pearl. Oh. But yet, that really doesn't open up anything.
It doesn't,
but... Yeah, we have no Dark World access at all. We don't have access to Aghanim. So... What do you think? Think we're going to see a hammer or Titan's Mitt? Or one of those two will have to be in the Dark World. Or actually, yeah, it would be hammer, Titan's Mitt, or cape, or Master Sword.
We shall see. Still a lot of places to check, and with flute access, they can go ahead and go up to Death Mountain without needing the lamp, so...
That is true.
We might see something up on Spectacle Rock Cave that'll lead us to Dark World access.
It's possible. Alright, looks like everyone else is getting their bonk rock and escape. Mclagging getting their Ice Rod Cave.
Alucard cleaning up some of these other places that he had not yet checked. So everyone else catching up with him.
Yep. I'm going to guess after Sahasrara and after that it would probably be a let's go check Zora.
You know what? That would be kind of a smart move because you can just warp right up there. You already have the fins. You have, I mean, if you didn't, you have Moon Pearl now, so you can do the ferry. So might as well check it. And some of these racers actually have enough rupees to make it happen.
Yep. Looks like we're going to get a hobo check from Andy. Maybe he has something good.
Mclagging just set up the fake flippers, so he hasn't gotten those flippers yet. Interesting.
Oh, and Hobo has the hammer. There's our Dark World access.
Okay, that'll be important. Looks like Willard's going to head up there immediately as well.
Oh man, that's not gonna be good for Mclagging. I somehow think those flippers are gonna be needed.
Yeah, I kind of instinctively want to say that it is, but we'll see. He'll eventually check the back half of Escape. I mean, it's not too bad for him.
All right, let's see if the waterfall. Nope, waterfall has nothing.
Shout out to Jagger for the Ghostbusters reference. Cats and dogs racing together, mass hysteria.
Big 300 on the ledge for Zora.
Well, all the racers have the Zora money, so but if they were short, nice to know that they could drop down and get it real quick if they so wanted to.
Yep.
And just to show how volatile these early parts of the seeds can be, Alucard, who was the first really to get Mitts, Flipper, Moon Pearl boots, the last to get the hammer, so he's actually fallen behind because he's had to check some of these other locations.
All right. Small life lesson, but good reimbursement on that money, so now they have pod money.
Ooh, you think we'll see pod this early?
Not necessarily seeing it early. It's just the fact that we have that they have the money to re-access it now.
Oh, thank you for correcting me, Giraffe. Alucard is the only one that's checks the Hashra with that Moon Pearl. Thank you for correcting me. Everyone else looks like we're seeing Andy and Mclagging do the first half of Escape right now.
It's not too terrible of an idea.
Nope, they have the hammer, so they have a reliable weapon to go through here. That's what I usually try to do, is save this until I have something, because trying to bomb these guys isn't fun.
Yep. Green Independent and the Tower of Hera. Okay, yep.
Willard going to be picking up his Moon Pearl here directly, though.
There we go. All right.
Bottle here in Escape. That'll be...
There we go.
Sick kid.
Yep. And if Zelda's chest doesn't have a key, they're done with Escape. Because that's the one item they have not found yet. They haven't found one item or the key.
Yep, and it'd be nice to get the item so you can just avoid that dark room entirely. Dark check, we have Meyer, ooh, magic powder. We have Meyer and Thievestown as the other pendants. Did not check to see where the other area was.
I did not catch 6.
Willard, meanwhile, is checking Hype Cave.
5.
Is it going to be a hype or a dud?
Skullwoods. They said Chad is saying Skullwoods is the other crystal. Hype Cave gave a shield, so it's a meh cave.
Cave of Mediocrity.
Hey, we got a sorted Spectacle Rock.
And Andy's hovering.
And we got a hover. And, yep, there we go.
Of course, Andy. Andy, first one to check that spectacle rock cave, first one to get the weapon, and he hovers just to, smear it in our faces.
Yeah, don't blame him.
I'm really surprised. I had the pleasure of calling the Andy Ben race that was last week, and in reality, the reason why Andy lost is because he spent more time hovering. It was about a minute and a half that he spent hovering, and that was the time difference that Ben really won it by. So.
Oh, wow. All right, well, we had a bloomerang at Sick Kid. And looks like we're digging for a little bit.
Shout out to Recitator. Yes, I did pick up some of Patty's salt because Patty was so salty with Andy. I couldn't help it. Like you can't escape it. I'm still digging salt out of horrible places on my body that was so salty.
All right, looks like we're probably going to be getting a Thieves Town check soon. That seems to be the next logical spot. Skullwoods being a crystal, that means odds are it's not going to have anything. Andy actually, checking Eastern, that's a good play with the weapon.
Yep, it's a solid play there,
Yep.
Eastern.
Oh yeah, getting his Moon Pearl and probably going to go check Eastern.
That is top versus top and bottom versus bottom. So it is Andy versus WillardJBradley and Mclagging versus Alucard2004. So
yep.
We are calling this race, kind of all together, but ultimately it's a one-on-one scenario.
Yep, 2 one-on-one matches. They are playing the same seed, however.
And Mclagging going right and checking that powder. This could be something.
Yeah, that's a good move. I mean, you're already here. You have the hammer. May as well.
Andy about to be disappointed here in Hype K.
Yep. Yeah, just a heart container from the Magic Bat. And Willard did, in fact, go into Eastern, sorry. I always call it pod. It's in the same spot, though.
Hey, I've done the same thing. No worries there, my friend. Meanwhile, we see Alucard going through and checking escape. It's interesting. He's making the early moves and then backtracking. Yep, I do see 6 there at Skullwoods.
Okay, so yep, flippers are required. Both rods are required. Looks like we're in for a long haul.
Might be a little bit. You know what? I'm just still nervous. I've never not had Skullwoods have something important in this V26, so I might be heading up there soon myself.
I have, but only when it's a pendant. It's a bit weird like that. It's like when it's a pendant, there's something in there, but when it's a crystal, I've never had anything.
Unusual. Andy checking the pyramid, only finding $300. Willard, go ahead doing Dark Room. Certainly not a bad idea if you're already here.
Yep. And with the cane, since he doesn't really have a weapon of sorts except for the hammer.
Is Andy still so far the only one that's gone up and checked that Spectacle Rock Cave?
Yes, no one else has reached Death Mountain yet.
It's a shame. You got the flute, you got the gloves. Seems like it'd be a solid move to check that out following the scene.
Alright, looks like Armos has an item, and without the bow, we cannot advance. Alright, looks like Willard's going to be doing his escape.
Yep, let's see. So, pretty standard routing. The only differentiating factor right now is Andy getting the sword. So, what's that unlock for him that it doesn't unlock for everyone else?
Actually, I think we're seeing it. Odd.
Yep, might be it. Doing the pod check. All right.
And we got what? We got an easy. We got one easy chest guaranteed, and potentially 4 more pendant if that first chest is a key.
Yeah, it'll be a little bit rough if he doesn't find the bow in one of these early chests. Only 3 chests in pod can actually have the bow, but we'll see if it ends up being here.
Yep. And with it being Andy, we know he's going to be able to do the dark maze. So
all of these racers are completely comfortable doing the dark rooms. It's just interesting to see, you know, if they follow the logic and try to go to another routing there for whatever reason.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
he clipped the button through the. Wow, I have never seen that.
Andy has all the swag, don't you know? And Alucard going ahead and checking Skullwoods. I like the play.
All right, let's see if it does hold it. Now we got a big key. Good to find that early instead of it being on Moth and then having to backtrack. But no small key, so he has to go get the consolation.
What was in that first chest did we happen to see? And of course, Andy is hovering as well.
Nope. That's the first chest in where? In Skull?
Yes.
I did not catch it, but it definitely wasn't a key. Oh,
mirror!
Oh. Mirror in crystal. It's okay. I will stand corrected. First item was the compass. I just saw the map. Well, that mirror is going to be huge.
Yep, it'll unlock. Actually, with how he has it now, we could see Alucard heading up to Death Mountain, because with the hammer and mirror, he'll have Dark World Act. He'll be able to get to the East Death Mountain area.
Yeah, he'll be the first to get up there. Something tells me this is going to be a key for Andy. Oh, no, I was wrong.
It's the key for a heart.
Key for a heart. All right, got to keep our eyes open for this one. We're not going to be able to see what he gets.
Not even remotely.
That was an item.
It was an item of some sort, and a key there.
Somebody said quack.
Yep.
That might be right, actually.
I didn't see that.
Trying to remember what I saw. I think I only saw ether, but I'm probably mistaken.
Oh, quack was for Alucard. Thank you.
Quack on Alucard? Oh, okay. Thank you, guys.
Shout out.
Shout out for best secondary trackers. The chat room.
I'll tell you. Full heart piece there. Tracking is one of the most difficult jobs. You think it's easy, and then reality hits you. So, shout out again to our trackers, and for chat for helping out our trackers.
Looks like Andy's setting up a death warp here.
Hit me, hit me.
There we go.
Geno Kid 23 was TT Crystal. No, Thieves Town is actually one of the worthless pendants so far. So it's that and Mire are for those pendants. I'm happy to see maybe not going into Mire, but possibly not.
I don't know. We got an early flute. That'll tell me I think there's something in there.
Possibly Meyer Shed as well. And we're seeing
Yeah,
Mclagging
Shed.
making the play.
He'll be very pleased to find his mirror soon. Alucard checking all of the back half of everything here. So he's completed his north loop. I guess we just have to check the bumper cave.
It's Bear still without a sword. Both Alucard and Willard are without swords, and Mclagging as well. Andy's still the only one that's been up to Death Mountain. Although I hope that mirror guides them up there.
I couldn't tell because it was a little distorted. That looked like the red meringue on Willard's side.
It was something red.
Yeah, it was. I saw a crooked in it, so it's either a boomerang or the Samaria. But I think it was the red boomerang.
Now, keep in mind, the logic here does say that even though Willard doesn't have a sword, he has the hammer and he has the cane of Burnup. So he can clear out Thieves Town even though he doesn't have a sword yet.
Correct. Ooh, Andy getting picked up.
Mclagging as well, looking like he's diving into Skull Woods. Meanwhile, Alucard has already been there, right? So
Alucard actually in Thieves Town. So far a key and a piece of heart. Unfortunately, lamp cannot be on pedestal, guys. Sorry. Okay, yep, that looks more like a red meringue on Alucard's side. So.
Yep, there's just too many things hidden behind dark rooms that.
Yeah,
the
easiest one right there. Meyer. Meyer has a dark room. Let's see. We have access to Hera, so we can't have the Cane of Samaria. Cannot have lamp. Those are pretty much the only two items that can't be in there. So we're wide open.
Yeah, let's see. Whenever you have Thieves Town, because it requires so few things, it always puts it into the back of your mind. You're like,
Vanilla mitts. Wow.
Wow. Way to go, Willard. I guess that was another thing. Mitts couldn't be on there because you would need the mitts to get into.
Mitts. Yeah, mitts were required to get in the Meyer area. So, yeah, I thought this was a randomizer game. We got everything in vanilla again.
So, Willard going with hammer strats. Okay. Oh, no, he's pulling up the cane.
Switching. Oh, there we go. Conserve the magic. There we go. Andy going back up Death Mountain.
Okay, this interesting. This is Andy's second trip, and no one else has even done one trip up there.
Oh, is he going to check Spike? No, he can't. Yeah, he can, actually.
I mean, he technically can. I wouldn't recommend it.
Oh, Andy did pick up his mirror. Now we need to get that updated. And he's going to pop into Hera.
Solid move. In addition to... There's only 2 items, but it's a relatively quick dungeon. Don't need a fire source, which is going to be good for Andy in order to get to that basement. But then you also get the green pendant from here, so just an extra item of worth.
Elminster, the first sword was inside of Spectacle Rock. And Andy graciously hovered for us.
Yes, he did. Showing off.
It looks like, okay, we found the location of both of the validation rupees, one in Tower of Hera and the other one in the Peg Cave. And a fire shield. That's all the items in Hera.
Looks like he's going to go ahead and clear it out, though.
Hey, may as well. It's worth a third item because it is green pendant. And if this is a pendant seed, or a pedestal seed, then he's 1/3 of the way there.
Which might be interesting. We're seeing both Willard and Alucard had beaten blind, so we've seen 2 of the pendant dungeons already cleared out. It seems like we might be leaning towards a pedestal seed, but still no book, so we don't know.
And no book. Oh, Willard, your statue's a little too far to the left, man.
Gibdos are trolling him pretty hard.
Yep. And we're finally going to get an East Death Mountain check.
Yep. Unfortunately for Andy, he hasn't done Thieves Town yet, so we won't be able to check Dark Death Mountain. But still, a lot of value here in Paradox Cave and Spiral Cave.
Mm-hmm. Quick, 8 items. And there's the lamp for Mandy. So now all the items are eligible on pedestal.
Yep, this could be interesting. Alucard, following the seed, gonna check Shed. That looked like Bombos.
Okay, so Bombos cannot be on the. I was about to say Bombos could not possibly be on the pedestal. Well, now it can. And I did not get to see what was in those first 2 chests.
No, we're getting kind of a PowerPoint presentation right now.
Oh, no.
It's all right.
There we go. Willard just picked up his mirror.
I'm hearing people call Fire Rod in chat. Where? What? Alucard picking up Fire Rod.
Oh. Oh, that might have been in checkerboard.
Yep, I'm loving Alucard's play. He's following the logic. He gets an item and then he goes to what that unlocks. I'm really enjoying his plays.
Yep. That is interesting. We're gonna check desert.
Yep. Meanwhile,
Already have the boots, so we're okay.
Mclagging's turning in Jeremiah in the meantime.
Oh, is that his name?
Yes, because Jeremiah was a bullfrog. Was a good friend of mine.
Oh! Got it! Yeah? Oh, Meyer was Quake. Okay. Thank you.
It looked like Bombos. It was a little bit blurry on our end.
Yep, okay. So they have access to Meyer minus Sans, the Sumerian. In the meantime... Oh, there we go. Looks like we're back on Andy's end. Unfortunately, we're going to have to try to get a quick view of what he has when he unpauses.
And that's just... Oh, I see a mirror shield.
Okay,
so.
he has... Okay, Andy did obtain Bombos. And a mirror shield.
And the issue is that Andy's menus are just so fast. I have a hard time checking anything.
Meyer is not green. That's all we remember. I think it's red.
Yeah, it's red or blue or one of those.
Okay, Fire Rod was in the shed.
Okay.
Willard just picked it up. So that's going to tell me that Bombos was in Paradox Cave.
Uh-oh, Mclagging's finally making a play up.
Oh, second sword. Okay, I can definitely confirm that Andy still has the fighter sword, so he did not get a sword upgrade.
Maybe just assume the rest of it's trash? Maybe?
Yeah, I'll try to get a good look at the menu again when we can. The only questionable item would be the shovel at this point. Or the mushroom. Oh, didn't get the good pixel. There we go.
Oh, very nice Hellrim there. Alucard picking up his crystal. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, 36 minutes, and this is our first crystal that we've gotten.
GG on that fight. Yep, Niskirin, we're gonna get that as quickly as we can. Did not see anything new. I'm gonna try to get one more pause out of Andy, hopefully, and we'll see it. Uncle had garbage. Oh, bombs, but...
Mclagging checking Spike Cave here. Interesting. He does have the ability to get through it.
Mm-hmm. Cane plus bottle. Yep, that's the logic.
That'll be rough, though, because he'll have to save and quit out of here because he's low on magic and hearts. It'll be real tough because he's already here.
And the bow! Well, I think that was worth it.
Wow. Okay. Making a play, making it work.
All right, and Andy picking up his gauntlets. So, if I was Mclagging, I would just basically say, oh wait, no, I don't have the lamp. I was going to say, if I had the lamp, I would immediately pod an Eastern, get those out of the way and done. No, Bo was not in Meyer. Bo was in Spike Cave. And Willard with Desert.
Alucard making his way up to Death Mountain now. It'll be interesting. Lots of value there, and he'll be able to check Dark Death Mountain. But will he check Spike Cave? That's kind of an out-of-the-way spot that not a lot of people check before the rest of Death Mountain, but Mclagging making the risk.
Let me see. If in my situation, what I would do is I would actually hook around, do Spiral Cave, drop down, go through Paradox, bomb jump, go across the top, clear out Hera, and then jump down and then do Spike Cave. That's my normal Dark Mountain or Death Mountain route.
And if you can do it all in one shot, all the better. Mclagging is making the climb though, so he's going to start that route. And Alucard finally, second person with the sword at 39 minutes.
Third.
Oh, right, Mclagging got it.
Yeah, Mclagging already got it. Mclagging's going back up. He's gonna go get his Dark Death Mountain done. And actually, he'll probably get his Light Death Mountain. Oh no, he's gonna get his Hera done, and then his Light World Death Mountain. Then his Dark World Death Mountain.
Yeah, I mean, that's perfectly fine. And he's got a fire source too, so just in case he needs it. I'm always a little bit nervous not having a fire source going into Hera, just because.
Yeah. Now, Willard's making his climb finally, saving the old man. And then he's gonna go get his sword very shortly, and then everyone will have a sword. Ooh, we're gonna go visit Gary.
This might be an interesting play if Gary's lunchbox has something of value.
Alright, well, piece of heart. And Willard picking up his sword very shortly. Just gotta climb that last ladder.
We'll see if we get any anger slashes out of him. Andy, meanwhile, doing this south of Kakariko Village run, checking some of these other etc. locations overworld.
Mm-hmm. Which we know, unfortunately, doesn't have anything. Alright, good mold worm fight for Mclagging.
Alucard following it up right behind him.
There we go. Almost a high five. Same room, I guess that counts.
Alucard with, or Willard actually, with the bomb jump across. Couldn't hover because he's not Andy.
Now, to be fair, that is a very precise trick.
Yes, it is. I think that's the longest bomb jump you can do, isn't it?
Yeah. That's only a 2-tile gap, yeah? Yeah, because Meyer, the entrance to Meyer's a 2.5 tile, and you cannot bomb jump that.
So both going over and doing their Death Mountain routes.
Oh, here we go. We're gonna get a T-Rock check.
Well, we know it's required, but doesn't matter to Andy. Willard and Alucard don't yet have bombos.
It's Quake. So only Quake required. And why not open it up? Can't go in, but you may as well open it.
Andy, meanwhile, checking Super Bunny Cave.
Alright, Alucard getting his lamp, and now we're probably going to finally get to see what was in Paradox. Or, nope, he's doing the... Oh, no, he's probably going to unload and do it. Hook shot!
Andy getting the hook shot in Super Bunny Cave, but Willard right behind him.
Yep, there we go. Now, there's the Paradox check. Oh, that's convenient. Let's go into Hookshot Cave.
We won't get to see Andy try to, hover all of Hookshot Cave.
Well, he could. Probably not going to, but he could.
That was the 1.5 minutes that cost him versus Ben, though, him hovering this.
Well, VTorp. Just VTorp.
Yep, Bombos.
Alright, so it was Bombos in the 2-chest cave, Mirror Shield, Quiver upgrade. More money, more arrows. Okay, Bombos and Mirror Shield in the 5-chest.
Yep. I mean, yes, if you want to get technical, Valeris, but I like to point out the end times and how much time it cost him in that. So it would have been closer, but yeah, that pyramid check did hurt him. And Andy getting his bow.
There we go. We got 2 bows down. So we're just looking for, what are we looking for? We're just looking for the Ice Rod and the Cane of Samaria. Well, we know that the Cane of Samaria cannot be on the pedestal, so the only hope for a pedestal seed is it being the Ice Rod. Or something that's, or like the book, which locks it behind a tablet or something. Or I guess the Master Sword could also be on the pedestal.
Could be. Chat, we know you guys are creative. Let's find the most evil thing that you guys can think of right now for this seed. Let's get creative here.
Oh, I already got it.
Andy picking up that fiber. Mushroom on ped. Triforce pedestal. Nice try.
No, we're not doing Triforce Hunt, unfortunately. Alright, looks like Andy's gonna be doing his desert out of the way.
Meanwhile, Willard's taking a dive into Ice Palace. This will be our first Ice Palace dive.
Yeah, with the Fire Rod and Bombos. Although I like the Fire Rod better than Bombos right now, with only having regular magic.
Absolutely. It'll be interesting. If there's something of value here, it could catch Willard up. But yeah, neither Willard nor Alucard checked Spike Cave. So right now, Mclagging and Andy, that's one of those out-of-the-way places that if something of value is there, can really exacerbate the issue later.
Yep. So what do you think? Do you think if Samaria is in ice, do you go T-Rock or do you go Mire? I mean, you can't complete T-Rock without the Ice Rod, but Mire is a pendant, so.
There has been too many times, for me personally, where T-Rock has had Ice Rod in it somewhere, or in, say, like Mimic Cave on your way. I would go ahead and do T-Rock. And that's me.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's okay. Shovel was at Big Chest. Okay. I was like, where did they get Shovel?
Yep.
I don't think we've checked the dig spot, have we?
I don't think we have. That's interesting. Willard setting up the bomb jump. Now it's interesting. Something that I always point out at this point in time, if you're using your sword graphic to set up the bomb jump in this particular bomb room, if you have the fighter sword, you have to set it up an extra pixel. Most of the other swords are thicker, so you can set it up with 1 pixel, but doing it with 2 if you're using your sword. Now, most people also use your shadow, which it wouldn't matter one way or the other. I learned with the sword, and one time I went through with fighter sword and got all messed up.
Yeah. Yep, I'm in the shadow group. That's how I've learned it.
Andy with a nice cycle, 1 cycle landmine.
Quick work of Lamos. Definitely allergic to silver arrow.
Alucard actually looks like he's in Swamp now, huh?
Oh. Well, why not?
I mean, no reason not to, I suppose.
6 items, that's a good item density. And it's completable.
I noticed chat pointed out 4 runners, 4 different dungeons. How are we keeping track of this? The answer, we're not. We're
Very,
behind.
very carefully. We're just trying to see something that catches our fancy.
Nothing so far for Willard in Ice Palace, but let's see, still a map check yet. Mail upgrade on Sriracha. Andy digging out a little piece of love here. Yep, Willard skipped Spike, and so did Alucard. And we have a Master Sword for Alucard. First one with Master Sword. Wow, that's hurt. Andy heading up to pod now. Worthwhile check. He's got everything needed to get through there. See, going through here, I'm just looking at all the other items. We do have 2 pendants down. Man, it would be interesting if they had to go to Meyer for something. But the opportunity is getting slimmer and slimmer. Ice Rod, I think, is about the only thing at this point in time. Willard has Magic in a Bottle, Andy has Bombo, so we can still open it up, guys. Red Cane could be in Meyer, yes. Could be. Man, that would be trolly. We already had the Titan's Mitt in vanilla spot, so it's entirely possible that we could see that there. Willard pulling out hammer strats for the last 2 hits on Cold Stare. Nicely done, Willard. But only for 10 or 20 bucks. But he gets his crystal. Meanwhile, Alucard's getting ready to start his Master Sword Argus fight. Yeah, I'm really glad he found the Master Sword, because doing spins on Argus with Fighter Sword is not fun at all. V600 asks, is Master Sword Argus faster than Hammer Switch Argus? I've never personally timed it, but it seems like Master Sword would be slightly faster than Hammer Argus, just because of all that menu switching that you're ending up doing. It's 2 slashes instead of a menu switch and back and forth. Alucard making quick work. Meanwhile, Andy is taking on, with Silver Arrows, made quick work of Helmasaur. Mclagging going to follow right in his footsteps. And we see Willard going up to Hera now. Alucard on his way up to check. Probably going over to Desert. Yep. Looks like that's what we're seeing Alucard doing. Oh, he does have literacy now, so that was a good pickup by Alucard, being able to check the Bombos tablet here, seeing what he can pull. Just 20 bucks.
All right, sorry about that.
It's all right. I've never experienced trying to commentate a quad race. Thank you for coming back, please.
Yeah, unfortunately, I had a quick phone call. I'm pretty sure you heard the beginning of the ringtone. This is real fast.
No, it's fine. We got Alucard picking up literacy in.
Pedestal check? Question mark?
We wants it. We wants it. Instead, it looks like Alucard's going to go over here to Ice Palace.
Fair enough. So we also have the Master Sword. I did see that. I did see everything at least. So.
Now that's good.
So let's see here. So we had Bombos. We still have to get Ether, and then Ether and Pedestal, the last two items from Book, right?
Yep.
Skeleton being troll for Mclagging, not getting hit by the sword beam.
Yeah, that was an interesting little placement there. Alucard working his way. Now, I do believe, and chat, help me out with this, I believe Willard skipped one of the treasure chests, and there is one item that he did not get. Is that right, chat? Willard skipped big chest, so...
Big chest and Hera didn't have anything. The back chest had a green rupee, and then the front chest, which usually houses the compass, had the other item.
Okay. Okay. Oh, he missed a hook shot through the blocks in Ice Palace.
And Armos having the piece of heart.
Mclagging doing well with his crystals, and that was one of the 5/6 crystals, so great to see that. Andy right behind him going to pick up that same one.
Yep. So we know Fat Fairy cannot have the Fire Rod, as Skullwoods is the other one. Well, we know where Fire Rod is anyway, but Fat Fairy could actually have Ice Rod. That's a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
Could still be looking for a mushroom.
There's lots we could still be looking for as we're approaching the 1 hour mark. Game's still wide open. Willard and Alucard might be a little bit behind because neither of them checked that spike cave for the bow. Both Andy and Mclagging are, I would say, at least ahead in their respective races because of that check. But it's still close. They can make up a lot of time. It's not that Willard and Alucard are necessarily wasting time. They're making good checks. They just haven't made that dive.
Well, I would argue the point that Alucard's completed 4 dungeons, granted 2 crystal, against Mclagging's 3 dungeon, 2 crystal. Alucard is in ice, probably going to finish it by the time Mclagging finishes desert, which is likely the play we're going to be seeing here in a second. So one could argue that Alucard is ahead, but at the same time, that bow gives you a quick double dungeon. Well, he actually completed Eastern, so...
Yeah, I don't know. We shall see. Yeah, Mclagging completed... The only 2 he's completed is Eastern and Pod, so he's got catching up to do everywhere else, but we'll see if that gives him the lead.
Well, there's the magic cape and ice, but useless. As Bumper Cave only had a heart container. Let's see here. We have Pod, Eastern, Skull, and Ice, and Turtle Rock left on Alucard. He's taking care of Ice. Can't enter T-Rock. Probably will do Pod and Eastern at the same time after getting Bow. So odds are, I'm going to probably say Alucard is probably going to go to Skull Woods next. And potentially get that pedestal check.
Yep. I'm really looking forward to that. Right now, let's see, Willard doing swamp, so he'll be able to pick up literacy. So only Alucard and Willard will be able to do literacy. And check that.
Yep. And Andy's actually at Skullwoods right now, but without literacy. So
that's too bad. It'll be a quick check for him, but man, he's just plowing through this too.
Not surprising. It's a fast dungeon for the back half.
Yep, 4 different dungeons, 4 different racers, confusing the heck out of both myself and Duke. If we haven't done the shout out yet, by the way, please, what are you doing with your life? Give these racers, all of them, a follow. They will make you better randomizer runners. They will make your lives better just following them. Andy, WillardJBradley, Mclagging, and Alucard2004. Do yourself a favor and follow them all right now, as well as our wonderful trackers, Dude and Jigheart. We need 2 trackers to keep track of 4 races, because this is a little bit nuts otherwise.
Yes, I can confirm that, because I've done that. And Willard picking up his half magic, so that'll make... Bet he probably wishes he had that for Ice Palace. Meanwhile, Alucard doing Bombos, switching over to Fire Rod.
Man, that was
Quick work.
fast cold stare fight there. Look at that sink, almost in opposite rooms.
We're going to the pyramid. Andy's going to the pyramid.
He's got them both. So, yep, we're doing a Paladine fairy check. Paladine because she normally gives you the
sword.
sword.
In this case, it would be the bacon sword, which is just as good.
Mmm, tasty, tasty bacon. Paladine, yep. Get educated on cooking shows, folks. And a bottle.
There's the 4th bottle, so we know where all 4 of them are now.
Oh, that felt anticlimactic there.
No one's going to grab that 4th bottle, however. It's going to set up on the floating island in Death Mountain. So sad.
Yep, I'm hearing people call in chat, oh, the Fat Fairy was a bust.
Eh.
Good call.
Now we're going to get a catfish check. Have we had a catfish check yet?
I don't think we have. Alucard. Uh-oh, Alucard's making the play.
Uh-oh. Alucard's going to knock out 2 dungeons.
That'll make that race a little bit more interesting there.
Catfish with a quiver upgrade. Alright, let's see if Alucard flutes to 5. No. Oh, he's turning into mushroom.
Yep, that's fair. Wanting to check that. I think he's the only one with the mushroom so far.
Yeah. I completely forgot about that. Oh! Well, there goes the pedestal dream.
That'll be big. I mean, I think everyone will get it eventually.
We're just missing the Cane of Samaria. Ooh. And no, we are not in go mode. We are missing the Cane of Samaria.
Yep, all we need is the cane to be in go mode. Now, it's interesting because between all of these runners, they've checked every place but Mire and Turtle Rock.
Actually, have they gotten the bowlock chest in, Oh, yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did.
Andy checked it, so yeah. Oh, that means it's gonna be in Meyer, I think.
That means it's pretty well has to be in Meyer, yeah. Although it could also be on the Ether tablet, I
That's true, it
suppose,
could
'cause
be
we have to
Ether.
check that.
Hey, it's the Hustler giving Alucard some clothes.
Let's see who makes these checks. Yep, that cane is going to be that last item. And Alucard.
Oops.
Forgot the monkey.
Did he get hit, or did he just not pick him up?
I think he might have got bumped.
No, he's at full health, but he is also at red mail, so...
Yeah. Andy looks like he's on his way down to do Swamp Palace. Another crystal, but won't find anything.
Nope.
Oh, he will pick up his Master Sword, though.
Yes.
Oh, wait, he already got a Master Sword. Wait, what?
Oh, where was that?
Chad, help me out.
No, no. Pod had it. Helmasaur,
Okay.
Helmasaur.
Okay, that's fair.
So Alucard's going to be getting his fire sword. So wait, where did Andy find his master then? Oh, Andy got his off of Pod, and Swamp had the other one. Okay, so we're just missing Golden Sword.
Yep, still one sword missing. We'll probably, if Trends hold, see it in Death Mountain. Although, you never know, it could be in Meyer.
Yeah, odds are it probably is, but only 2 items. But
so we're going to have to see a dive into Meyer at some point. It looks like
it's either a dive into Meyer or the gutsy check of Ether and it being there.
that would be a pretty gutsy check, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Willard on his way up, and we'll see if he might do a pedestal check. He has the mirror in the book.
Yeah, he might.
Well,
He does
find
not
anything.
know. He does not know where it is. What do you think? Vampire skewers, maybe? Couch cash?
Oh, it's been couch cash too often for me recently. It has to be it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Pedestal Dream is dead. Chat, call it out. I'm seeing Triple Boom Heart Piece.
Oh, we are being corrected. Ether has already been checked. I did not catch that. That was where the mushroom was.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense now.
So, must be in Meyer. Fast Meyer or Long Meyer?
If all you're looking for is that cane, I mean, as soon as you find it, you bug out. But yeah, that'd be the whole thing.
So is it going to be the first chest or the last chest? I should say first chest. Yeah, I was going to say the wooden bridge chest or the big key chest.
We'll do big key chest, just to troll these guys.
All right.
Well, we've already seen Vanilla Titansmiths. I figure might as well go for Vanilla Canis Amari as well.
Oh, hey, wait. No, let's do Vanilla Canis Amari with a Vanilla Big Key.
You're an evil man, sir.
Yes, I am.
Oh, and Willard checked it, but I didn't see it. Oh, Andy flooded the key. Oh,
Oops.
Andy.
Little piece of love.
Knowing Andy, he probably thinks he's behind right now. Zinji, book was at Argus, I believe, so Andy will be picking it up.
Willard getting his change of clothes.
That Garfield sprite is just hilarious.
I can say at least it's not Monday. Since Garfield hates Mondays.
He does hate Mondays. It was my Monday today for work.
Ooh.
Meanwhile,
Yeah, Willard needs to get his bow. He's banking and he's not gonna find it.
yeah, that's going to be unfortunate for Willard. Not a lot of items in Pod will have it. Only 3 chests in Pod could possibly have the bow, and he's already checked one of them. Alucard, meanwhile, getting ready to do his pod, and then he'll turn around and do Eastern. So Alucard's really doing very well in terms of catching up. Mclagging got that early bow, really the first one to pick up the bow, but Alucard making good time and catching up to him. Andy does pick up his tempered sword as well. Thank you, chat, for shouting that out. Bob the Ever-Living asks in chat, what are the racers' records? All of these racers are 1 and 2, which is absolutely stunning to see racers of this caliber at 1 and 2. It really speaks to the quality of this tournament so far and how much different it's been from the summer tournament.
Yep. Alright, so Alucard just picked up his fire sword from Helmasaur. So now, yep, doing Eastern. This will be very fast.
I like this play by Mclagging, clearing out the Gyptos, just knowing that they're annoying with your silver arrows. Remember, silver's regular arrows don't do anything to them, but silver's one-hit killer. Uh-oh, do we see... Are you going to see bomb strats from Willard? Yes! And he gets rewarded with the compass. Mclagging making quick work of Mothula.
Yeah. There we go. Easy Argus kill for Andy.
So the only thing that Mclagging has left, looking through it all, is Swamp Palace. And the only thing that Andy has, looks like, he'll do Ice Palace yet, but everyone still hasn't done Turtle Rock because they do not know where the cane is. And Willard making a play into Meyer.
Ooh. He's got to figure bows somewhere. Still hasn't checked Spike Cave. Hope something will lure him up there. Well, let's see where it's at. Andy checking the pedestals. I think he's going to go check Ether. Andy wants to avoid Meyer.
I don't blame him. I hate Meyer
I
as
don't
much as
either.
the next person.
I somehow pretty much got it into my head. If it's a pendant dungeon, I'm going to go in because it's going to have an item.
It feels like it. And that's really kind of how version 26 has been. There's been so much value in the pendant dungeons, no matter what. It just feels like if it's a pendant, at least check it.
And there's the mushroom. Quick flute to 4. Or to 2. Turn that in, get Ice Rod, and then go...
Yeah, it's pretty much, what's next?
Well, he has a choice between Ice and Meyer.
He'll probably go ice. Andy seems to be following the route of if it's a pendant dungeon, it has priority, if it's a crystal dungeon, it has priority, which is perfectly fine. It's a reasonable assumption to make at this point in time.
Yep, and that's exactly what he's doing.
Willard making moves though in Meyer still hasn't. If you don't have the bow, yeah, you can't dive into Eastern or Pod. He's cleared out just about everything else, so he's hoping.
Yep, early explosive seed. Red cane troll.
Yep, which is fine. It happens.
This is fine.
I would expect nothing else for these runners, really.
Well, we know where Buttersword is. It's in Meyer. That is Willard's fire sword.
He's going to clear out this place and then go, what the...
There it is.
There it is.
That, unfortunately, is commentator's go mode, but it is not Willard's.
It's not anyone's go mode quite yet, but at least we know. We know what moves these runners have to make. And the memes. Shout out to Phantom Ryu for giving us so much in memes here.
All right. Does Willard check Spike Cave? So far, signs are looking good.
He's like, there's nothing else. It absolutely has to be.
Okay, phase 1, go to Dark World. Phase 2, jump down.
Hey!
Phase 3, select hammer. He's getting his bow. We will... No, he still needs to get the mushroom, though! He still doesn't have his ice rod!
No, this will be interesting. All right, chat, give us a quick over and under. How many frustration slashes will he have?
Ooh, he remembered. Oh, he has a fairy. He's safe. I was about to say, if he saves and quit. Oh,
no! No, Willard!
No! He's gonna go complete pod at Eastern, and then he's gonna go back.
Could have saved some time there, but...
Oh! All right, Alucard is now pretty much forced to go to Meyer.
Yep, nothing else doing for Alucard. He's... Oh, poor guy. He's gonna be frustrated with this.
Andy, meanwhile, is also clearing out his ice.
What's Alucard doing?
Is there something he didn't check here? I know I saw him check Hammer.
Oh, Gary's lunchbox.
Oh, Gary. Yeah, he has done Gary.
He's also checking every overworld location possible.
No?
Oh.
Smithies? Smithies!
Jeremiah. So we had Vanilla Titansmith, almost Vanilla Samaria. This has been quite the troll run, hasn't it?
Oh no, I just realized something. Willard's gonna complete these dungeons. He's probably gonna go into T-Rock without the ice rod.
Now, if we're lucky, he'll check Ether Tablet on his way out.
Odds are he won't, though, because you're gonna go to the right side instead of the left. Ooh, this is gonna be cringe. Yep. Andy will be entering his go mode very soon.
Yep, give it a couple minutes here, and he'll be up there quick, and we'll see what the heck we're trolling at. But he's already got Red Mail, he's got Mirror Shield, he's going to have Butter Sword, Silver Arrows.
Well, he might not. He might not, because Butter Sword was in the vanilla Big Key location.
That's right.
It depends on the route. Willard did the Willard checked the big key chest and then did the bridge.
That's right.
Yeah, odds are Andy will not be getting his butter. He'll just get the cane and nope out.
Well, he'll officially be in go mode, and even with Tempered, I mean, he'll be perfectly fine completing this out.
Mclagging doing his bomb fairy. Alucard running out of ideas.
Yeah, Alucard does not want to do... Either he doesn't want to do Meyer, or he's just trying to find literally any other option available to him.
Well, he has a plan. I think he's going to Quakefish. Nope. Oh no, he's gonna do fairy.
Yep, that's fine. While we're waiting,
and then Quakefish.
Oh my goodness.
Andy might be getting his butter sword. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Does he go down or does he go right?
Yep, he's going
He
right.
is not.
One more chest to check. Might as well check it. Maybe it's the right play.
And that is go mode.
Our first go mode for Andy. And he nopes out, heading right up to T-Rock.
Go mode T-Rock. It's at least one of the best things you want as a runner.
Yep, only having to make that climb up to Death Mountain once certainly helps.
Yep.
So while Andy makes the climb and these other runners, Mclagging looks like he's making the dive to Meyer. Awesome. Going over the schedule, there's still, can you imagine that there's still 1, 2, 3, 4 more games matches tonight for the primary tournament. There's just so much randomizer going on.
There is.
At 8 o'clock, we have Sidereal versus Decent on Speed Gaming 2. Also at 8 o'clock, we have El Tigre versus Zero Rush on Speed Gaming the original. At 10:30 tonight, we have Feral Pigman versus TGH, your good buddy. And then at 11 o'clock, we have JSR2 Gamers versus Kyle LPN. So still lots of main tournament randomizer action tonight. Get your randomizer filled, guys. We're in the what is it? The golden age of rando right now. I very nearly called it Speed Gaming the Ocho. I had to stop myself.
All right, Alucard, you gonna pull the trigger? He's pulling the trigger. Mclagging gonna get his cane, but unfortunately he's missing the ice rod.
That ice rod troll.
Okay.
So what do you feel is the bigger troll item then? Is it the cane in Vanilla Mire, or is it Ice Rod coming from Mushroom in Ether Tablet?
I would actually say it was the mushroom. Mushroom is that Ether Tablet, which you take to the witch for the Ice Rod. For TPFG.
Yep, and Samaria is all Alucard's waiting for, so as soon as he gets Ice Rod, he'll be as soon as he gets Cane, he'll be in go mode. Andy, already in T-Rock, making his way, making quick work.
Yep, Mclagging picking up his. Unfortunately, he's still looking for an item, so Mclagging will get his butter sword.
Maybe depends on if he goes down or right, just like Andy did.
No, he already got his cane.
Oh, he did. Why is... Oh, because he's still looking for Ice Rod.
He's still looking for Ice Rod. He's missing an item.
Oh, that's gotta hurt, Mclagging.
Of course, now here's a good question for Mclagging. Is he going to full clear and kill Vitreous? I don't know if he checked Pedestal.
Pretty sure he didn't.
He might be thinking about that.
Well, an Ice Rod's that item that it can troll the heck out of you, because it can be anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it can't be anywhere. It can't be behind Trinex. And that's about the only place it can't be in this game.
It can't be in, and nope, Mclagging nopes out. Okay, good. Right call there.
Now Alucard gonna skip his butter sword, be able to pick it up.
Willard, you gonna give us some frustration flashes when you get up there?
Man, I sure hope so. Is he? Oh, he's going the right path. He will be right on Andy's tail then. Andy's making an interesting play, still ducking out here, going to get the safety save.
He might not have enough keys.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
Yeah, he has no keys. Which means there's going to be a key in the laser bridge.
Oh no, and Willard's going to go over and not get Mushroom. He's going to make the T-Rock dive.
Oh no! Not like this.
Oh, Willard. Oh, Willard.
And I can't blame him. It's a bigger item density than one, but... Oh.
Yeah. You gotta know, if he would have checked this Ether tablet earlier, knowing that he could route that mushroom in, it would make such a huge difference. But in this play, I can't blame him because of the knowledge he has. We know, but Meanwhile, in this bottom race, Mclagging also diving. He didn't even check ether tablets.
Wow,
so.
Mclagging following Willard, basically. That's... oh boy. We can only hope that they at least be able to salvage it and set their warp at the emergency exit.
I hope so. I hope we can make that an option.
Good swag cane there from Willard.
Andy, meanwhile, is almost at Trinex, and we will very nearly be at Ganon's Tower here.
Here we go.
Yep, T-Rock Party. All 4 runners in Turtle Rock. Amazing.
Nice, you got 4 shots off on that first cycle.
This has been just an absolute textbook Trinex fight by Andy so far.
Perfect textbook. Perfect.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know how to fight Trinex as efficiently as possible, just replay that by Andy and copy it. All right, so it's everyone's favorite game. What key or what treasure in Ganon's Tower will have the big key? Get your guesses in.
I'm going to go with lucky number 13, personally.
Lucky number 13? Okay.
Yep. Rando room.
Rando room. I'm going to
that's the
go
tradition we're at,
Firebar.
at least. Firebar?
I'll go Firebar room myself.
That's good, that's good.
And I'm going to say we have an actual prize for the winner tonight. Besides Herfy Durfy's love, because we've been giving away Herfy Durfy's love even when he's not here.
Oh.
If you get it, I will follow you on Twitch.
Oh, there you go.
Not much of a prize, but yes, I will follow you on Twitch if you get it right.
Oh, 2 keys on the right. That means we're going right. Ain't no one got time for the towel room, though.
Nobody got time for that. I see you guys. I see you.
Oh, Willard going into Mimic. We know it's not here, but...
No, and it's not on the right side for Andy, so it's somewhere on the left.
6. Well, could still be in tile, but... No, Bob's gonna live for now.
Willard's got to be getting a little nervous here.
Yep.
All right.
So far, 11 down, no dice. Here's your guess.
Yep, let's see it.
Hey!
And it's there!
Number 12.
Number 12. So does that mean I follow myself?
Yeah, I think so. FAP Sin, you guessed 12. You win.
Yay!
For Atem, you also guessed 12. Flawless Cucumber. FVC Kinskate.
So many 12s, wow.
Mr. Stinky Pete. Orange Nova. Congratulations.
Yep, almost time for Willard to panic. I'll be going through after the stream and following all you guys. I don't want to distract myself too much. Willard getting real nervous here. Oh, that was all.
That's it. So is he going to set it up? Looks like he's setting it up. Yep. Oh, he did pick up mushroom, but he never turned it in.
Yep. We saw him pick up the mushroom at the
yeah.
Frustration slashes. Maybe 12 frustration slashes to match 12 for the key.
I walked up to the witch. I guess maybe punched her. I don't know. No sword slash, but...
No sword slash. But keep in mind, no one has done yet at an hour 35 into this race. So if you're Willard, maybe you think Andy got trolled just as much.
Oh, shot that last arrow a little too early.
Willard making his way up. Going to be able to jump right back to where he was, so not that far
no, Mclagging set the portal in the incorrect spot.
Oh, no.
Oh, he's gonna go check pad. I think. I don't think he's going to Dark World.
No, I don't think so.
He's checking pad.
Meanwhile, Alucard heading over to Ganon's tower.
Alright, well, we get Alucard's run now. And now McLovin finding out it is not a pedestal seed. Think, man, think. Where haven't you checked? We know where you haven't checked. Do you remember?
He doesn't.
Well, this might be something he hasn't checked, though. Has he checked the whip? Has he checked the Fat Fairy? I don't think he has.
Andy with
the hover on Moldworm 2.
And then not even switching and doing hookshot strats.
So does that mean his run's not validated because he didn't even spawn the chest?
Patty would say no.
Okay.
And
for any viewers who are here, it's kind of a small joke. We call that chest the validation chest because if you somehow failed and if you somehow fell at Aghanim 2, you had to reclimb the tower, you had to refight Moldworm, the chest would despawn. But if you picked up the chest, then you can just hookshot to it immediately. That was a very fast Aga 2.
Yeah, I think that was a 3-3. Boom, boom.
And Willard finally entering Ganon's tower.
He's got to be thinking something. I mean, if he's probably thinking he's at least a little bit behind.
Well, I know that's not the real reason it's called a validation chest, but that is a valid reason for it.
Don't stand so.
Don't stand so close to me.
And with Andy with the dash strats, keep in mind that dashing is technically more efficient because of that bonk that you get backwards otherwise. So Andy doing work here. Willard saving a bit of time going strictly right side.
Didn't even check the 2 chests, huh?
No, it looks like he does. He does have 2 keys. I mean, he's just doing a more traditional routing instead of going full right side first. Mclagging maybe finally checking.
Oh no!
Oh! Oh, Andy! Oh! Okay.
That happened.
And he's only got 2.5 hearts. He's not even worried about his health.
He has a fairy in a bottle, I believe. So I think he's fine.
Wow.
Couple more of those, and this will become a race.
Here we go, Mclagging finally turning in his mushroom.
Yes, Purple Mario, Andy did fall.
Even the very best of us, when things are at the end and you're in this race, can fall. And now he's...
That's probably what happened. He did a spin slash at the last one because he almost fell that time too.
Yep. Andy not getting the
there we go. No, he was waiting. He was waiting to set it up for doubles.
And there we go.
That is
almost.
GG.
Well done, Andy, with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 42 minutes even. GG, Andy. Moving on to 2 and 2. Meanwhile,
You
we
have
see
ended
Alucard.
the of Dr. Wiley. Wrong game. All right, Mclagging going back through. Needs to go complete Turtle Rock.
Yep, that was kind of a time killer for Mclagging. Feel really bad for him. And there we have him.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. That was an interesting seed, I suppose.
We'll go with interesting.
Yes.
That's a good word for it.
It wasn't really that bad. It was just like you had to check everything.
Nah, it's just a rando seed. Just got 100% it. That's all.
Like nothing was like no required double dips, I guess, except for maybe like Skull Woods or something. But that didn't really. I turned my brain off on game. I don't even know what I was doing. But we're not going to talk about that.
Oh no, we're talking about that.
Yeah.
So
you don't get to get out of it.
I tried to delay the slash so I could get an easy 2-hit, and then right as I paused to go back to my bow, I saw that he had actually shot the fire bat out already, and I'm like, oh god, I'm falling in the hole. I don't think there's any way out of this. And so I paused, buffered out of rage a couple times, and then second time around, I don't even know what I was doing. I pulled out the lamp to do torch glitch or something, and I just didn't actually use it. I don't even know.
It was one of the more interesting, again, in fights I'd seen from you in a while. I wanted to ask you a few different questions. The big differentiator, there were 2 things that really separated you and Willard. Willard's finishing up his Aghanim fight right now.
Okay.
The first one was Bow and Spike Cave.
That was a good one.
And then the second one, Ice Rod, it had to be of the trolliest place. Ice Rod was behind Mushroom, which was behind Ether Tablet.
Okay. Yeah. So I went up to Death Mountain once I got the mirror. Did Hera, which I don't think it gave me red mail from Sashala, I guess, but I don't think it had anything else. I had a shield, so I could do laser skip easily. And then East Death Mountain. Then I did Thieves Town, which gave me Titan's Mitts. And then I went back up, did Dark World Death Mountain, and got the bow. Like usually, if I go up there for Dark World Death Mountain and I have a cave or a cane, I'll just go do Spike Cave along with it, just because it's quick. But lots of people skip that spot, so I can see how that was unfortunate. And then the book in Swamp, I was like, all right, well, I don't want to do Ice Palace, so I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check both the tablets, and then I got the mushroom from Ether and the Ice Rod. So that was actually, I'm super glad that gave me the Ice Rod, not the cane, because then Ice Rod could have been pedestal, Ice Rod could have been into a rock, but me getting Ice Rod there narrowed down where the cane could be.
Yep. We should also point out, you went your second route up to Death Mountain before anyone else even checked Death Mountain the first time. So they were running around swordless for 15 minutes before.
I got my sword there. I did that, like the first 15 minutes or something, my first check up there. And then, yeah, that's pretty crazy.
All right, we actually just got 2 finishes here. Alucard just finished and won his race. Let me see here. Official SRL time, 1 hour, 46 minutes, and 9 seconds. And Willard just finished up. Official time, 1:46:13.
Dang, I guess it was close between me and Willard.
That was a very close match, yes.
So, Alucard, the real difference between here, and it's going to be the Ice Rod. I mean, you're going to hear this. Ice Rod and bow were just weird locations for both of them.
They really were. But I somehow found them back to back. It was so interesting.
Well, we were worried because Mclagging actually made the first play on the bow out of all the racers. Had bow before anyone else. I mean, you were still making progress on everything as it was going on, so you didn't just kind of give up and waste a lot of time looking for things. And then you got the bow, and it's like, well, okay, Alucard's clearly winning now. But the big thing was Ice Rod. Ice Rod being hidden behind Mushroom on the Ether Tablet, so it was just, you couldn't get it until you cleared out Swamp Palace.
Swamp, yeah, that was pretty crazy, actually.
Meanwhile, I think Willard's joining us. Willard, GG.
Hey, GG.
GG.
Get sniped by 4 seconds, Willard.
Aw, I was actually wondering. Come on, man. That's funny.
So, how's that Ice Rod treating you there, Willard?
Man, 2 in a row. Getting stomped by Ice Rod location. I pulled that mushroom and I said, nope, not happening. I am not turning around now. And of course, that was my own undoing. But, you know, that's how it goes sometimes.
And you really didn't lose that much time with it because you had to make kind of a second, climb on Death Mountain, but didn't lose that much time, all things said.
Yeah. I felt like I was behind, so I had to make the T-Rock gamble. And then when the first 2 items I got were rupees, I was like, this is not going to end well. But thankfully, I got to just pop back in, which I actually learned from watching another racer. But I was feeling super behind because none of my plays worked, and that late bow for me was hurting. After I did Tower of Hera, I was like, okay, 50-50. Go do Spiral Cave or go do Spike Cave. And I did Spiral and got the lamp. And I was like, okay, all right. I guess I'm good now. It was one of those things where every single thing in my head was telling me to go do a thing. And I was like, okay, I should go do that thing. But then something else would come along. I'm like, or I could do that thing. And every single time they'd be like, put off Spike Cave or go to Ice instead of Swamp or do this other stuff. So.
Yeah, and this is one of the few interesting seeds where we had both Spike and Spiral having a key item.
Mm-hmm. Which is pretty rare.
Yeah, not common. Not very common.
Nope.
It's funny because like right after I got hook shot and went up there, I like save and quit, and I was like, wait a second, I should have checked Spike Cave. Oh no.
Yeah, we were actually wondering that. We're like, oh no. You initially paused, and we were like, oh no, he doesn't. And then you unpaused. We're like, yeah, okay, he remembered. And then halfway through the cave, you just noped out. It's like, no.
Yeah, after I got the bow, I was like, I am so far behind because I went and did pod without the bow, and just in case I was going to find something that was going to give me some information. And I was like doing this half like, let me go back and check ether anyway. No, maybe not. But save and quit. So, but at the same time, you never know. So hindsight, of course, I should have gone up and done ether right then and there. But at the same time, ether could have been pretty early, depending on when you went and did Swamp Palace. So no regrets.
I will say this for you, Willard, because you didn't have the bow, you were the first one to dive into Mire, which ultimately had the cane, which was locking everyone else out. So because of you, we had commentator go mode, so thank you.
And you know what made me mad was I was going to go into Mire so long ago, but I didn't have a sword. I was like, oh, okay. Because I did...
I can't believe everyone didn't get a sword for the longest time except for me.
It was so free!
I went up to Death Mountain like right after I got the flute from, what was it, like Moldorm Cave or something, and then immediately save and quit, got the flute and back to do Ice Rod Cave, and went straight up to Death Mountain. And then got a sword.
It's 2 items. One of them is a sequence break, and one of them you can't even get. So I guess 3 items. One of them you can't even get without the mirrors, so it didn't seem like a high priority, and yet I still fluted to like Ice Rod Cave first, and then did some other stuff. But you know, you never know where that sword's gonna be. So
right. I mean, in theory, you could actually do Spike Cave like immediately, because we got Blue Cane pretty early, so that could have been interesting to see.
That's why it was on my mind like really early, but I just kept putting it off because I had so much other stuff I could do. Like, I should have done it when I went up and got Hookshot and then did Hookshot Cave. But I instead mirrored and did all of the Light World Death Mountain, except for Spiral Cave. So I ended up skipping Spike and Spiral at that point. And I was like, I just gotta pick and choose. I got some stuff. I can go do other stuff now, so...
Yeah, apparently I went up to Death Mountain the second time before anyone else had been on Death Mountain yet.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and I will say, Andy, rubbing salt in the wound, hovered over to get the sword, and also hovered past Trolldorm the second.
Nice.
Yeah, I did go into pod without bow. Like, being able to hover to the 2 bow chests is kind of like good and bad, because I go in there without the bow a lot, just because I can full clear it minus the boss.
Mm-hmm. Did you full clear it though when you got the bow, or were you in go mode by then?
It was already full cleared.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't in go mode yet. I didn't have Ice Rod. I did pod in Eastern pretty early, just because of when I got stuff. Cane was my go mode.
Oh, okay. All right. So
I got Book and Swamp, and then immediately did both the tablets because I didn't want to do Ice Palace.
Okay, I did Ice first with my beautiful fighter sword. It was great because I just got Bombos in East Death Mountain, so I was like, all right, that's nice for Ice Palace. Let's go do that. And then Ice Palace had nothing. I actually missed the hookshot glitch to go check the big chest, and thankfully Cold Stare had the last item, so that scared me for a bit.
I actually miscounted. I skipped like the dumb 2 jellyfish chest because I thought I'd already gotten 3 items.
Nice.
But I was like, I'm not sure, so let me check the big chest anyways, and it was like a map or something. And then I got a 3rd item from Cold Stare. I'm like, oh my god.
You lucky.
Dodging bullets.
Did you do all of left side before Argus, or
yeah? Because
did you go back?
If I ever get like a compass or like 2 of the 3 dungeon items before I get upstairs or to the north side, I'll always go west.
Okay.
Just because I know there has to be at least one thing over there.
Yeah, that would have saved me some time because that would have been a nice sword upgrade that I didn't have.
Oh, I flooded the key. I was so mad at myself.
Oh my god! This is your first randomizer?
I pushed the thing, and as it's draining, I'm like,
wait a minute.
in that, I want to die.
I do want you guys to know also, Andy wasn't completely perfect. He was knocked off the ledge by Ganon.
Yeah, that was good.
Wow, really? So you were alive?
I tried to delay my slash to get more arrow hits in, and right as I paused my bow, I saw that right as I slashed, he shot a fire bat out, and it was the top right. And so I'm like, I'm getting hit by this. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to survive it or not.
Ganon almost warped onto me when I was like fire rotting the torches. It was like basically almost like 1 pixel away from hitting me, I swear.
Dang. I got my triple again, so I'm feeling good. My triple silver. So easy to set up.
I don't know if you guys have seen the new gold sword tech to get a quad.
Excuse me?
Because gold sword can poke Ganon, so if he gives you like the far top left pattern, because the left wall tiles are still there, you can like line up against the wall and poke him, so that he immediately
Wait.
ices.
Hold on.
You can get 4 arrows in.
You could poke Ganon with the gold sword?
Yeah, because it does tempered damage.
What?
So if you have gold sword, when he like stomps, you should just have your sword held out and just let him land on it. And sometimes it'll freeze him, sometimes it won't.
Huh.
That's amazing.
Somehow I think Willard.exe just encountered an unexpected error.
I'll have to look into this. Well, good race.
Yeah,
Sucks that we had to face at this point in the tournament.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll be shooting for that tiebreaker.
It's alright, I believe in you. You can win out. Easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
Can you guys, because one of the main things I've seen, I'm not used to seeing an Andy or Willard or Alucard in a 1 and 2 situation. What have you guys, this tournament has just been stacked so far. Can you guys talk a little bit about that?
I mean, what we can see is there are definitely some really, really good top contenders. And, but it's this mid-tier range where anybody can literally beat anybody, I feel. And especially with just the nature of this version of the randomizer, it's especially that way, it seems. And it could be even like the people with like the best execution. So all someone has to do to beat them is just get a really good gamble that saves a bunch of time. So
Yep.
that's why you're seeing these, good players at the bottom of the list. Not that I'm saying I'm a good player. I'm definitely like mid-low tier at this point. But
honestly, in addition to that, like a lot of people have been playing Link to the Past Randomizer and getting good at it. The top 100, like no one's like bad. Like everyone's a solid player, and so yeah, it does come down to some of those gambles. Like everybody's just been getting better and better at this game, and you see a lot of new names in the community, like destroying people in just like SRL races or tournament races.
Yeah, it's definitely like being someone who's been speedrunning this game for like 5.5 years and like has some of the better execution in the tournament, I guess. Like people who get matched up against me are either like, unless it's someone like Ben, like last week, where like both of our execution is good, we're both gonna play pretty normal. But if somebody else gets matched up, they're like, okay, well to beat Andy, I need to gamble a lot. And if those pay off, like I'm boned. Like there's nothing I can do about it. And that's just how it goes sometimes.
But over the course of like a Swiss or something like that, there will be consistency. So like, generally speaking, that's kind of how it's gonna work. Like,
yeah. Also, I'm convinced Challenge hates me. Puts me in a super early Mike the Viewer side bracket in the end of last tournament, and then I get SM by Cransoon, Ben, and Willard in my first 4 matches of the Swiss. So I think Challenge is just out to get me.
Seriously. I was so mad when I found out this yesterday morning when we got matched. I was like, I'm stuck at work for like 8 hours, and now I have to think about this all day. And I'm like, come on. I spent the whole week watching all these different races saying, I want that guy. I want this player. I want to take on this person. I don't want to take on Andy. Because, well, at least it's fine. I kept it close, so I'm actually really happy. I had fun.
Yep, less than 5 minutes separating all 3 of you out. Mclagging finishing up as well. Let's see if we can get Mclagging in here. While we're waiting, just a reminder, we have lots of games and matches still on tonight. I think one's just getting ready to start up right now.
Yep. Actually, it looks like Mclagging does not have his mic set up, unfortunately. But we do have his official time, 1:56:43. So still well done, at least about 15 minutes between everybody. So that's definitely a good seed, all sub 2 hour.
And with how trolly this seed was, any sub 2 hour, you guys did much better than I could possibly do. So hats off to all of you guys. Andy moving on to 2-2, as well as Alucard2004 moving on to 2-2. Willard 1-3. Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, Willard and Mclagging down to the 1 and 3s.
It's cool. I'll see y'all there. It's gonna be fun.
Maybe we'll trade opponents.
Maybe.
All right, and just a quick shout out, just starting up right now over on Speed Gaming 2, we have Sidarial and Decit 7 on Speed Gaming 2. Meanwhile, on Speed Gaming, the original, LT Gray versus Zero Rush. Also action later tonight at 10:30, Feral Pigman versus TGA on Speed Gaming 2, and JSR2 Gamers versus Kyle LPN on Speed Gaming, the original, at 11 Eastern. So still plenty of randomizer action tonight, not to mention the secondary tournament, which is still going on. Guys, if you have not already, Andy, WillardJBradley, Mclagging, Alucard2004, give these runners a like, a share, a follow on Twitch. They deserve it, as well as our trackers, Dude and Jigheart. Feasel, of course, our wonderful restreamer, putting in all the hours. And my good friend, Duke Firebird. It's been a pleasure.
Oh, it was definitely a pleasure. And thank you, runners, for that race. It was, like we said, it's very entertaining.
Thank you guys for commentating and tracking.
Yes, thank you, thank you.
All right. In the meantime, that'll be all from us. My name's Vatasia.
And I'm Duke Firebird.
Have a great night, everyone, and we'll see you in the other randomizer races later tonight.
Y'all have a good night.